To us, we were walking into a time bomb.
We had to back out. This was going to be defensive only. We got everything blown up and around us.
There's debris falling all over. It's scary. I hope I never see anything like this again.
I've been doing this for 38 years and I'm going on 39 years now, and I've never seen anything that big, that fast moving.
The large plume of smoke impossible to miss if you stepped out anywhere in a 60-mile radius of Rockton.
There isn't a day go by that something triggers or reminds me of the Chemtool fire.
2 years ago today, this is what you saw no matter where you were throughout the state line.
Yeah, it's a fire that made hundreds of people evacuate their homes for several days, and a fire that burned even longer.
That's right, Brittany. This has been a saga ongoing in our communities from the minute this black plume took over our skies. So let's catch you up on the biggest developments over the last year or so. First, we got confirmation on who was responsible for starting this fire, a forklift operator with Holian Insulation who hit a container of flammable material, which would quickly lead to the entire building's demise. That company was fined just short of $10,000 by OSHA a little while later. Then Illinois ordered Chemtool to clean up the site and also fix what was left of the burned down facility. And shortly after that, more than a year after the fire, people nearby the facility got answers they waited more than a year for, with the materials that burned inside the facility that day getting released to the public. But that report from the company had several holes, according to local experts.
I don't think this report as it stands should provide the level of comfort one way or the other that people are looking for, or the level of a definitive answer that people are looking for.
And tonight, 13 investigates uncovering never-before-seen video from firefighters on scene that day. What you're about to see is from the perspective of Chief Kirk Wilson. Go ahead and take a look at your screen. Video shows the first moment he got to the scene, all the way to the distress calls between first responders, urgently trying to battle a fire bigger than most had ever seen before. And you can see in video here dozens of people and their fire engines seemingly disappearing behind billowing clouds of smoke as explosions from inside the building continue to ring out for hours on end. Also, the information we got from a Freedom of Information Act request, it revealed 2 firefighters were inside the building that day. You can see their path here. And the most shocking thing they saw is something they didn't see. Not one sprinkler for a fire suppression system for the entire wing of the building where that fire started. And I'm sure it's making a lot of you wonder a few things.
Yeah, that's right. Some of those questions like, how long did Chemtool operate without this? And was it even legal to do so? Rockton Fire Chief Kirk Wilson explains both of those.
But the history of that building, there has not been a fire suppression system in the manufacturing area as far as I know for many years. The County of Winnebago requires all new construction to have fire suppression. If it's an existing building and there's no current fire suppression system, then they don't have to put it in.
But just because Chemtool legally didn't have to put in a fire suppression system doesn't mean they weren't told to do so several times. Court documents allege an insurance company and a private fire protection company told Chemtool for 7 years that they should put in proper fire suppression throughout the entire facility. Chief Wilson was yet another voice Chemtool chose to ignore.
Did we recommend it? Absolutely we did, just because of what they did there. So we knew for a fact that if there was anything of significance there, it was going to be a big incident. And unfortunately, it happened.
And the fight is on in the courtroom to try and prove Chemtool was negligent. But unless there's a surprise settlement on the horizon, these civil cases are months, if not years away from the finish line.